Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today, we are doing a hair video, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about 7 reasons why your hair isn't growing. Now, some of you guys may have noticed my hair has been growing like crazy. It's starting to hang down now. I can't really wear it as a fro anymore, and I've been having a lot of you guys asking me questions about hair growth. I thought, maybe I can make a video about how my hair is actually growing, but I think it's even more important to maybe combat some of the issues that you guys are having and why your hair isn't growing. And so that's what this video is about today, is letting you guys know why your hair is not growing, because there could be a few reasons. So the first reason why your hair is probably not growing is because you are trying to grow your hair. Trying too hard, I should say. A lot of you guys, you're trying to actually take an action. I feel like when you guys are asking me, how do I grow my hair? How do I grow my hair? I feel like this is something that you think you're completely in control of, and you're not. I feel like some of you guys are looking for if I do this, then my hair will grow a little bit more. It don't work like that, okay? Growing your hair is a biological process, and your body is in control of this. There are ways that we can help, okay, and aid in our hair growth and help to retain that hair that grows out of our head so that it stays on our head for longer. But we cannot control completely, the way our hair grows. And so the minute you accept that, I think your perspective will change, because then you'll stop trying so hard to grow your hair, and you'll start trying instead to start taking care of the hair that's in your head, and to start doing what you can to help your body produce good, nice, and strong pieces of hair so that they can grow out of your head and stay on your head for longer. That, if you take nothing else away from this video, that is the most important thing. Understanding you, my friend, you, my brother, you, my sister, you cannot grow your hair, okay? But you can definitely help your body. I mean, technically you are growing it because it's your body that's producing the hair, but it's not like, oh, if I eat fish, my hair will grow out a little bit more. It don't work like that. So the next reason your hair is probably not growing, and it kind of ties in with the first one, is that you are sitting there watching your hair grow, okay? Which is a recipe for disaster. If you're sitting there watching your hair grow, obviously it's gonna take quote unquote forever to grow. It's gonna feel like your hair is not growing, because you are essentially doing the same thing as planting a seed in the ground, right? If you're trying to grow an apple tree, you are sitting there planting a tree on the ground, watering it, and watching it. Hey, yeah, I would go over, but I planted an apple tree yesterday and I gotta watch it, so I can't come tonight. This is what you're doing when you're sitting there watching your hair trying to grow, watching your hair trying to grow, or every single day, or every single other day, or every single week, you're sitting there trying to see if it grew anymore. It don't work like that. It takes time. Let your body do what it's gonna do. Because what's happening is you're waiting a week, and then you're trying to check your hair to see if your hair has grown, and you can't really see a difference. And so now you're starting to lose confidence, and now you're trying to do more stuff to try to make your hair grow, and you're only working backwards. You're only reversing that because you're touching your hair more and causing more breakage, or maybe causing more stress, or do this unnecessary stuff to try to grow your hair more because you feel like it's not growing because you're sitting there watching it. The next reason why your hair might not be growing is because you are comparing yourself, my friend. And I don't know if you've heard the quote, comparison is the thief of joy. It is also the thief of hair growth, okay? Hair growth is a genetic process. It's a biological process. It happens in your body. And like I said before, we can help it, we can aid it, but we cannot completely control it. And so you comparing your hair journey, or the way your hair is growing, or how fast your hair is growing, to someone else's hair is only going to put you spiraling in reverse, okay? This is a very individual process. This is a very person by person case. And you sitting there looking at somebody else's hair, or even you comparing your hair to my hair saying, wow, his hair grew that long in 2 years and mine only grew this long. Well, you know, maybe there are some things that you could have did to help, you know, grow stronger hair or to retain the length that you had. But at the same time, like, maybe my hair just grew more than yours. You ever think about that? Like, maybe more hair grew out of my head than actually grew out of yours. And if that's the case, you literally can't do anything about that. Neither can I. So don't compare yourself to anybody's hair and just be on your journey. Alright, so the next reason that your hair might not be growing is your diet, what you are putting in your body. Okay, so as I said before, hair growth is a biological process. There are nutrients that you're putting in your body that combine and work together and mesh together to actually create the hair that you see in your head before it pops out of your head. And then we can see it as hair. And so, as I said, it takes the nutrients that you're putting in your body to do that. If you ain't putting no nutrients into your body, it's not gonna do that. Granted, we're always putting some type of nutrients in our body, or you need them literally to live. But if there's a lack of them in your body, that definitely leads to your creating weaker hair that comes out of your head, which then in turn breaks off and isn't strong and just doesn't last as long as a strong, nice, healthy piece of hair that grows out of your hair that can stay on your hair for a really long time. So one of the things to do is to be eating healthy to get your diet right. Now, I am no dietitian and I am not sure exactly what you should be eating to aid healthy hair growth, but I will do some research on that and create a video you know, to kind of show you guys my findings, because today I just know that eating healthy impacts your hair growth. I just don't know like exactly what you should be eating, but I'm just very mindful in what I eat and putting healthy things into my body, right? Trying to put a lot of fruits and veggies and vitamins, taking a liquid multivitamin, because liquids transfer to your bloodstream a whole lot faster and a lot more. I kind of don't really like taking like pills and stuff anymore, because the liquids are just so much more effective, or even gummies. Liquids are just so much more effective, and so that's what I've kind of been leaning towards. And I'll link a liquid multivitamin down below that you guys could, you know, potentially take to kind of help add some of those nutrients into your hair. Also, you feel better when you take them, actually. Definitely getting some good food, some good nutrients into your body is going to help. The next reason why your hair might not be growing is because of the way you are doing it. You might be being too rough with your hair, okay? Specifically with the detangling process. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're taking a pick to your hair and just kind of going like, your hair is not going to grow, buddy. You are literally ripping your hair. Like, you're literally breaking your hair, and when you break it like that and it snaps, it typically splits too. And so now you have split ends all over your head, and you're just being way too rough on your hair, and it's not gonna grow. When you are detangling, which I'm gonna make a video about this, when you are detangling your hair, you wanna do it with your fingers, at least in my opinion, because you can feel where the knots are. And then what you wanna do is when you're detangling and your hair comes across a knot, instead of just pulling through and literally ripping through the knot, which you're tearing up the ends of your hair, which is going to prohibit your hair from growing longer, instead what you want to do is take your time, pull the knot apart, pull the hairs out of the knot. And I'm going to make a video about this. Pull the hairs out of the knot gently. You don't want to hear any or any snapping or popping or ripping of your curls. Don't do that. Gently take your time and unravel the hair. Does it take a lot of time? Hell yes, it takes forever. But if you really want your hair to grow, you gotta keep it on your head and not break it off just so that you can detangle real quickly. So you have to decide. If you don't really care about it growing too much longer, then you rip right through it. I don't recommend that, but hey, look, you do what you want to do. But if you really do want your hair to grow, a huge part of that is making sure that you are detangling your hair nice and gently and not really ripping or breaking any of your hair off at the end, so that, you know, your hair can really grow. So that's a huge huge piece. Which leads me to my next step. Another reason why your hair might not be growing is because you are not keeping it moisturized, and so it's more prone to breakage. I have a video all about how to keep your hair moisturized on my YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that video out if you need help or some moisture tips. But another thing with that is when your hair is, I don't want to say too moisturized, but when you're focusing on only moisturizing your hair, sometimes you can throw off your moisture protein balance. In a nutshell, when you moisturize your hair is nice and soft, but sometimes it can get a little too soft, and then when that happens, your hair starts to become weak and it's very easy to break off. And so how you reverse that is by having protein. Now when you have protein, it makes your hair nice and strong, right? And so you want to have a nice balance of the two, and honestly I don't know that there is a perfect answer to both, but you just want to be moisturizing your hair and then using like protein treatments and stuff to keep that nice balance. If your hair is feeling very like brittle and just feeling kind of like straw or like strings, then maybe you're using too much protein and now you need more moisture. So there's definitely a balance. I know for me personally, if I'm being completely honest, I have been on the moisture side way too much lately, and it's been showing. When I'm detangling my hair, sometimes I'm having unnecessary breakage because the ends of my hair are really soft because I have been focusing so much on moisture. Or if your hair seems like mushy, it might be because you're focusing too much on moisture. And so you just really want to try to focus on having a nice balance of the two, so that your hair is at its maximum health, and therefore it can retain itself longer, and therefore it can grow longer. And the last tip is what I just mentioned about the protein. You want to be having a nice balance of moisture and protein, and so using a good protein treatment will definitely help with that. And I will leave some of my favorite conditioners for moisture and my favorite conditioners for protein down below, so that you can check that out and get your hands on some, and you know, start getting your hair nice and balanced so that it can grow longer. And that is all. Those are all of my tips, all of the reasons why your hair might not be growing and what to do about them. Hopefully they help. Hopefully you might have seen something in this video that you're like, oh my god, yeah, that's me, like I do that, and so I need to fix that. If that is the case, then mission accomplished. I'm so glad that this was able to help you. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos and tuning into my videos. As I already say all the time, and you already know what I'm about to say, there are billions of videos that you could be watching on YouTube, and the fact that you are here watching mine means so much to me, and I appreciate you for that. So thank you once again, and I will see you in my next video.